No more talking about freezing my dead body. Okay.
We definitely weren't talking about that.
Yeah. It's fine and everything's fine.
Definitely not.
We definitely weren't.
This group is capable of having normal conversations.
Yes, we are.
Of course.
We know how to talk about normal things like
we talk about taxes.
God
yeah,
fucking damn
taxes.
it.
We talk about lawns.
I'm gonna talk about piss because the moment
And
I start the stream, I
taxes.
have to piss. Everybody deflect while I go piss.
Deflection. It's very effective. But yes, should I use the voice? Should I use the voice on chat? Should I use the voice on chat? Jade, you might need to step away.
Why do you do this?
What? I'm warning Jade! Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. Welcome to Open Hearts. Get yourself a tasty beverage and a crunchy snack, because it is going to be fire, baby. Going to be absolutely beautiful. Okay, somebody at Jade, I'm done. Somebody at Jade, I'm done.
Lexi, there are reasons why
I could hear you, damn it.
I'm done, Jade. I'm done.
I could hear you because I was listening to see if we could hear everyone on the thing.
Oh, honey.
This is why
I thought you
my ice cream.
I thought you deafened because I sent you the warning.
So that I could hear you guys on the stream.
Oh, honey. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I have my Alcina sticker. She's wearing a suit, and I'm very happy.
Ooh. Very nice.
Hello,
but yes, hello,
back.
everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Lexi did the thing again.
What thing?
I can see Jade's...
We're not going to talk about it.
We're not going to talk about it anymore. Hello, everybody. Welcome to session 21 of Open Hearts. Open Hearts is
9
now...
plus 10.
21.
Drink alcohol if you can.
Yeah.
And want to.
Open Hearts is now officially old enough to get absolutely fucking wasted.
And that's what we're doing.
Yes.
And older than most of us.
I mean, not right now, but
yeah,
we're working on it. We're working on it.
Yeah.
It's still a couple years in the works.
I'm still so tired, I don't dare get drunk tonight. But, if you all remember where we left off last session, you had...
Oh, I remember.
...finally defeated, the Spirit Caller Snail in the underground, to unlock a blocked door that seemed to be your only hope of progressing further towards the base of the tree. And you had just seen Freya give the glowing soul from inside the snail to Chatu, whose legs had been crushed by a pillar. And, well, he has been jump-started awake, and now he seems to be alright. Movement in his legs has been regained, and he seems to not be dying now, which is good.
Yay.
Yeah, we can agree. That's good.
Yeah, we can agree that that's good, because ladies, gents, and nons, dying is cringe.
Dying is cringe.
Dying is cringe.
So, now that all of you are standing here in the open room that is stained with the spectral blood and viscera from both the snail and the spirit you have just slain, what do you do now?
Good question. I think Kalina is probably still kind of in shock, to be honest. So I think she's probably just gonna kind of stare off into nothingness for a bit. Just think.
Oh, you poor little guy.
Song, what did you find?
Please.
Please, if you're
Sorry.
gonna,
I'm
like,
far
it's
too
okay if you're
tired
gonna.
for distractions today.
Yeah.
I love you, but I'm far too tired for distractions. I am this, you can't see it, but this close to snapping and just slamming my laptop shut at any given moment. So today's not the day. I am not the one.
Is Chatu's leg still fucked? Are his legs still fucked up?
You can't tell if his legs themselves are still crushed, but his boots and pants are a bit displaced, you would say.
Oh.
Because I know he got a soul essence or whatever from Freya last time or some shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
He got the soul, heavy air quotes on soul, of the snail. And thusly absorbed all the power of the things that the snail has killed and eaten.
Okay, I want to go over to him and ask if he's all right.
Alright. Go do it. Roleplay it.
Okay. So, Taegak, quick, just kind of cleans her sword roughly and puts it away. And then walks over to where Chatu's still, I'm assuming, on the ground.
Yeah.
How are you holding up?
Chatu just kind of lifts his head a little bit to look up at you, and he says, well, I've been better, but I've also been worse. I mean, I think I'll be fine.
Can you move at least?
He looks down at his legs, and he, like, bends one and then stretches it out and sort of, like, moves his ankle around a little bit. He says, yep, everything seems to be working pretty alright. I'm still a bit sore, but that'll pass.
Okay. She, kind of turns to start heading off, but she waits. Don't go collapsing on us now.
He just rolls his eyes at you and clicks his tongue.
I'm gonna walk away.
I think it's at this time that Kalina just kind of slowly gets up and starts walking out. She doesn't really say anything. She still has the blood on her, right?
Yeah. The pale blue blood that now stains.
Does anyone
your...
comment on this? Does anyone comment on this?
Well, I'm gonna be following you, so...
Yeah. It just kind of feels like that's, like, what I'm imagining is that somebody just broke a bunch of glow sticks and then just dumped it on her.
Yeah.
She
Okay,
is
so
now
I'm gonna-
bioluminescent.
Gonna go kind of walk up next to behind Kalina-ish. You're looking pretty colorful.
Kalina, like, she just kind of looks over at Tagog, like, and kind of jumps a little bit. Sorry, what?
I said you're looking colorful.
Oh, yeah. Right.
What the fuck?
I guess I am.
You get used to it.
Kalina
However,
doesn't say anything.
Tega kind of like puts a hand on her shoulder. You did good.
Kalina still doesn't say anything. She just keeps walking.
And I'm just gonna loosely follow because conversation is weird.
Conversation? Comforting? What is that?
Emotion that is not anger?
Or contempt.
What is this? What is this?
By now, Chatu has gotten up off the ground, and he and Clement are walking together. Not saying anything, but just walking next to each other, following. Do the rest of you, Colbart, Fen, are you gonna follow them back?
Yeah. Yep, I follow.
Alright. With that, all of you make your way, rather quietly, back to the door. As you reach the room, you see that the door, indeed, is standing wide open. And ahead of you is a somewhat narrow corridor. Do you head inside?
I guess.
Alright.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Each of you...
Someone should bring up a light so I can see.
Each of you, one by one, pass over the threshold of this hall. And as the very last person is within, you hear a swift scraping sound and then a heavy thud. And you are all cast in darkness. And you see that the door has closed behind you.
Helena jumps at this.
Tagok does not. It's kind of familiar.
I think Kalina might pull up like she'll form another little ball of light.
Alright. Just roll me a d20 to see how bright your bowl is.
Okay. With no modifiers or anything?
Yeah, no modifier.
Okay. Oh.
Oh.
I got a 2.
Oh.
Oh.
She's very startled. She's not doing so hot.
Yeah.
Mentally.
I mean, she did see a ghost version of a person close to her get fucking slaughtered.
And she did.
She's the one that did it.
Exactly. That's kind of scarring for your first time killing a thing that looks like a person.
Yes. So, Kalina, you hold out your hand and form the ball of light, and it is, about the size of an orange in your hand, and it is just enough to illuminate the group and nothing beyond that. You can all see each other now, but you cannot see the path ahead of you. Clement, who is at the front-ish with Chatu, turns to look at the rest of you and says, I guess we should push on then.
Yes.
Agreed.
Of course.
As each of you
And Kalina, she does pull out her map.
Alright, I'm gonna look at your map.
Yeah.
As you look down at the map, it seems that you're in a bit of a median area, and you can only see the path that you are on. You can't see any of the area that was behind you, and you can't see anything beyond this single straight pathway that twists and curves quite a bit.
Well, that doesn't help.
It is a bit ominous just looking at this single corridor with a doorway marked on either end and nothing else staring back at you on the map.
She does put the map away and just kind of mutters, well, that was pointless.
So you all continue on.
Yeah.
With you, Kalina, holding a light to make sure that the group is all together, at least, and nobody gets separated. As you continue walking, you realize that this particular corridor, while it is thin, it is very tall. It has a very high ceiling. And every sound you make seems to echo and reverberate off. From your footsteps to the sound of Tagok's armor.
Oops.
Clunk, a clunk, a clunk, a clunk.
As you continue down the corridor, the twists and bends begin to appear more frequently in the pathway, and it seems that they twist to avoid jutting roots that emerge from the walls. They are gnarled and old growth. After a little bit of walking, you notice that the path is becoming more and more narrow, and you now have to take much care to ensure that you can squeeze past it without ripping some garments or scratching up armor too badly.
Yeah.
At the very front of the line, Chatu, you can hear him call back to all of you, and he says, I see a doorway just up ahead.
Yeah?
Yeah, it looks like it opens up into a small room, but I can see the door from here.
Right. Kalina, she pulls out her map again.
On the map, you do indeed see a small room that is just a few paces ahead of you, and a doorway. There's nothing marked beyond the doorway, and you can guess that once the door is open, it will pass into the next area on the map.
Okay. She puts it away again and keeps going with the rest of the group.
Very soon enough, all of you are emptying out into this little room. It is extremely small, just barely big enough for all of you to stand comfortably without being shoulder to shoulder.
So a dorm room.
Yep, a dorm room.
Yeah, it's a dorm room.
It's a dorm room.
I'm just imagining the size of our college dorms.
Yep.
Yeah.
Me and Jade.
Pretty accurate.
We're separate though.
Kalina, you're kind of standing in the middle-ish, and with your ball of light, you are able to cast it onto the doorway.
Yeah.
And on the door, it is made of stone, but it does not look as heavy and like bulky as the previous one. This one is more delicately carved.
Yeah.
And intricate.
Okay.
On this door,
Interesting.
in the very center, there is an imprint of a hand.
Oh.
The print is rather large, as if it would belong to a god or someone of a much bigger stature than yourself.
Okay. Kalina kind of I think she's kind of thinking just like, okay, so who has the biggest hands here? Let's see if we can fit it. Let's see if it can fit.
Or maybe it could be who's closest to like godhood, so maybe their charge she goes with demigod.
Yeah,
Well,
that is true.
you can discuss this.
Yeah, I think Kalina might just turn over her shoulder to look at everyone else. Oh, my screen went dark. Okay, there we go. Okay, it's back. That was weird. But, yeah, she turns over her shoulder to look at everyone else and says, I think we might need Chatu for this. Because it looks like, you see this handprint here?
Yeah.
And she points to it. I'm pretty sure this was made by a god of some kind, and she puts her own hand next to it, just for comparison. Because I'm guessing, she as the tallest person, she probably has the biggest hands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that hand, her hand is tiny, small.
Yeah. The hand print next to yours is more than twice the size.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, she
Big
puts it
handprint.
there for Yeah, she puts it there for comparison.
Mm-hmm.
These handprints are bigger than any mortals, and I think that I don't know if it will do anything, but it's worth a shot if you try it, Chatu.
All right.
I don't think there was anything bad that could happen. I think she might actually hesitantly just kind of put her own hand in the handprint to see if anything happens. It's here, I'll prove my example.
When you put your hand into the imprint, it does not do anything.
Yeah,
Nothing happens.
as expected.
Chatu then steps up to the door. He places his hand on the door, on the imprint, and he holds it there for a second. And all of you see a little bit of light begin to emanate
Ooh.
from behind his palm. And the engravings on the door that are connected to the center begin to very faintly light up. But after they reach a certain point on the door, they begin to fade again until the door goes completely dark again.
So this is interesting.
He pulls his hand away and turns to you, Kalina, and shakes his head and says, "It's not enough."
At least we know it's God related.
All magic related. Hold on. Cobalt, could you also put your hand on the imprint, see if anything happens while you and Chatu do it?
Okay.
I don't know if this is related to godhood or magic. But at least when I did it, nothing bad happened. So it can't hurt, right?
That's true.
He nods. Fen, you can reach the handprint.
Okay, I'm just kind of imagining, like...
They're trying to reach it, just so small.
Freya, like, fucking jumps.
Yes.
Like,
high
like
five.
the kids in high school who are trying to hit the top of the door frame.
Or that reach short people do. Just doing the reach of, I almost got it. Like, Fen obviously isn't gonna try, because nothing's gonna come
I did it
of
multiple times at work.
Okay.
Multiple times.
Alright, guys.
So, what are you gonna do, Colbert? Are you gonna have Chatu put his hand first and yours on top, or yours first and his on top?
I'm gonna put mine first.
Alright.
And see what happens with just, like, mine.
Alright. You place your hand on, and nothing happens. And then he places his, and Colbert, you feel a slight warmth from beneath your palm and, like, through your hand as the door begins to light up again. And it does the same as before, but it doesn't get as far this time in its light progression, and then it fades once again.
Oh, wait, what is that? Sorry, I hear background noise
It's
somewhere.
It's
I don't know
on
who's
background.
that.
Songs
Okay.
background, as always.
Yeah, I know. Can I try one more thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say, okay. I want to see if this is truly magic related or not. Chatu, can you move your hand?
After Chatu removes his hand, it is just yours, and nothing happens. The door remains cold and lightless.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is gonna use my water bending, basically, and gonna use some of my water magic and surround my hand in water, and try and focus my hand with the water and
Magic
see,
water.
Yeah, as I basically am gonna do magic while I'm touching the door.
Mm-hmm. You do this, and you see that a little bit of your water that you were holding in your hand trickles out into the engravings on the door, just by like a few inches on all sides. But there is no light and no warmth underneath your palm.
So, this is God related, or at least somewhat. Wait. Kalina, I think she's gonna look at Freya. Freya, would you mind stepping up?
Freya,
It might need to lift her.
Freya looks up at you and then just nods and steps forward.
I want to see if it does anything, because as far as we know, Freya is a half-baked god. So...
Alright, Freya steps up to the door and sort of getting the gist of what you want them to do. They stretch up on the tips of their paws, and they place their hand on the groove in the door. And you watch as light begins to emerge from beneath their palm. And it slowly begins creeping across the door.
Oh.
And it creeps almost, just almost, to the very edges. But it does not fade.
Chachi, put it on your hand.
Chatu quickly places his hand over Freya's, and the light shoots forward, reaching the edges of the door. And then the frame of the door itself begins to glow with a very vibrant light. You hear a you hear the scraping, and the door stutters a bit. Freya and Chatu step back, and you watch as the door opens, and you are all momentarily blinded by the light that erupts from it.
Oh, great.
Just a little stunned. A little bit of walking into the golden fog at the end of Elden Ring type shit.
Oh yeah.
Blind me the fuck up. Let's go.
I heard the finger guns. It picked up on my Discord end for once.
Nice. After the brilliant light fades, you are met with the open doorway and a well-lit corridor beyond.
Ooh. Also, no, we can't, Jade.
We cannot.
Okay, good.
No need to worry.
Yeah.
Well, Doug, because they were picking up earlier.
Alright, and Kalina, she sees this and she is just looking at like where the door was and kind of fascination. Fascinating. Do you think it might glow for those who are connected to the Arius tree in some way? Possibly.
Chatu turns towards you, Kalina, and he says, "That was a Divinity Door. They were made a long, long time ago, and not a lot of people know much about them. They,
Kalina pulls out her notebook. She pulls out her notebook.
They predate, even most of the gods, like my father. I do believe they were crafted by Verbena and Zephyrus."
Oh.
So
furiously scribbles.
So now that both of them can not be contacted, all information on these divinity doors have been lost.
I see. Well, at least we got it open.
Yes. And he gives Freya a pat on the shoulder.
Oh.
Their antenna flutter a little bit in happiness.
Oh, we love them.
Them.
Baby.
Baby.
Alright, do you all choose to walk through the door and into this new area?
Yes.
Yes.
And I will do so while checking my map.
Ahead of Kalina this time.
Alright.
If that is possible, because
yes.
I believe the corridor was narrow.
Yes. You're in a little bit of an open room now, so all's good. You can walk past her and get in front. But, Kalina, as you pass through the threshold of the doorway, you watch as the map begins to change before you. And you are now in a new area that is much bigger than the one you were in before.
Oh.
Where you are at currently is kind of in the middle. And
okay.
Ahead of you there seems to be a short corridor and then what looks like a staircase. And from the look of the map, the staircase is rather big and it spirals up in a circle. So all you can see on the map currently is faint outlines of different levels that you are not on, and this staircase that spirals in a very large circle just ahead of you.
Is there anything else in the room?
On this level that you are at, no.
Okay.
But on the map, you do see a marker somewhere on the staircase. It is on the opposite side of the circle to where you are.
Okay.
So you would have to do 1/2 rotation around the staircase to get to it.
All right.
The marker is a rune that seems to be in the vague shape of a Y.
A Y? Okay, hold on. Scribbling this down. No, I need to get my snacks out of the way. I forgot to put my snacks away! I did not put my snacks away. Okay, so in the faint shape of a Y, MCA. Please don't copyright us.
Ahead of you on the corridor, you can see that it is not drawn like the rest of the plain corridors. There is slight points where it juts in, only for like a couple millimeters.
All right.
At
multiple
points along this very short corridor in front of you.
Okay.
And if you look up and look around, you might be able to infer more about what it means.
I think I will, yeah.
Alright. So, as you look up and look at the walls of the corridor, you see false doorways. They're just arches. They're arches where you would expect to have a doorway, but there is just brick behind it.
Okay.
They are
interesting
on either side and go all the way down.
Okay. Can I take a closer look at any of these doorways?
Sure.
Is there anything interesting about them, or?
Well, take a closer look.
Investigation?
Investigation.
Alright, up.
If anybody else would like to, you can do an investigation or do something to the walls.
Okay, this is a lot better than my last roll. I got a 19 total.
All right, good job.
Can I do a
compared
perception check?
to a 2?
Yes, you can do a perception check, Tegek.
Yay, because I'm better at perception. Total of 7.
No.
I rolled a 3.
Alright, 7.
Investigation. On D&D Beyond. No, that was so close to a 13, but I got
Oh.
intimidation check. Well, still roll. I got a natural 1. Plus 8, so that's a 9.
Oh.
Alright.
For a natural 1, that's decent, I guess.
Fen, would you like to make a perception or investigation roll?
Yes, just hold on.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not at my computer. Eating.
God. What was that sound? Sharon.
I'm eating, and it's really slow eating because I'm tired, so.
Aw.
Valid. I'm also eating because I don't want it to pick up on the mic too much.
I put away my ice cream. I might make popcorn later.
Eh.
Popcorn.
So many windows open. I'm like, which one? Perception? Are we going for?
Perception
Investigation.
or investigation, whichever you choose.
Whichever you'd like.
Got a total of 11.
Alright.
Not bad.
Or perception or investigation.
Perception.
Alright. Let's start with who got the lowest. Tagak. Tagak, you notice that the stonework on the walls that are behind this archway are strangely uniform in comparison to the rest of the brick on the walls. Colbart, you notice that there is no moss growing on these walls that are behind the arches, where on the rest of the walls there is. Then you notice that on some of the walls, like at the floor level, the cobble on the floor does not line up with how you think it would against the wall. It seems to cut off at random intervals.
That would just bother me, like, in real life.
Yeah.
Suspicious floor.
As a comparison,
The floor
it
is
looks
sus.
like an overlaid texture, kind of. Basically,
Like someone replaced the floor and didn't do it properly?
Like, imagine, if you will, instead of like the wall and the floor meeting at like there and then like not intersecting, they just meet at one point instead of intersecting. It looks like some of the bricks of the floor go beyond the wall.
Oh. Okay.
But only in a couple places. It catches your eye and it just looks weird.
Yeah.
I go back. I tell the group that, hey, there's no mosses. There's no moss on these bricks, but everything else has some.
Kalina,
Do I notice?
Kalina,
Oh, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
as you are looking at the walls, you're looking up and down, and then you see a small bug on the floor.
Bug.
What?
It crawls past you, and instead of going up the wall or through a crack, you watch as it passes through a brick.
A secret door! Kalina sees this.
Or an illusion wall.
Wait. Yeah, or illusion, yeah.
Has anyone
Kalina sees this.
touched the wall yet?
No.
Yeah,
nobody
Kalina
has
sees
touched the wall
this,
yet.
blinks, and she reaches out to touch the wall.
As your
Like, see if she can
hand-
feel around for any, like, bricks.
As your
Like, bricks that are...
hand
Yeah.
makes contact with the wall, it passes through it for a second.
Whoa!
And then as you feel the air on the other side, the wall dissipates around you. Like, from
Whoa!
starting out from your hand, it dissipates in, like, a fine, just gentle dust that drifts to the floor.
That's
Kalina...
mildly concerning.
Well, like, so the door is just gone?
Yep. It is. The wall is gone. There is no more.
Tunnel?
Ahead of you, there is a there is a little alcove. It is not a tunnel,
Kalina...
but it is just a very small
Oh.
alcove.
Okay.
And inside of it, there seems to be a small chest.
Oh.
A very
Kalina.
beat-up-looking chest.
Huh. Kalina, she sees, like, she's just interested in, the fact that the door disappeared. She's just staring, like, whoa. An
Does
illusion.
Cobart notice?
Well, I mean, all of you notice the fact that she touches the door, and it disappears.
She's more interested in the fact that the door disappeared other than the chest. She's just like, I just broke a wall.
Tagok's having a fucking crisis. Don't touch the damn thing.
I actually want to go up to Kalina and say, careful, this might be a trap.
Yeah, of course. I'm just more
Actually.
fascinated by the door.
Yes, but
It
can you
just
step back with me for a
disappeared.
second?
All right. And she steps
I'm gonna
back.
I'm gonna catch Mage Hand, and since I chose as Arcane Trickster for the rogue, that allows me to go to any chest to open it up with my Mage Hand. I want to try to open up the chest.
Alright.
Yep.
I'm not gonna make you roll anything.
First, it's a locked. Yeah, right. Okay then.
So you reach your little mage hand out towards this simple wooden chest and open it up. The lid creaks open with age, and it is really loud. But nothing happens other than it opening. You can
I'm gonna
look
reach
inside.
inside of it. No, I'm gonna reach inside of it and grab whatever could be in there with my Mage Hand
Alright.
and lift it out.
Just gotta like pat around.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
As you reach inside, your mage hand connects with something, and you pull it out. Where the fuck is the thing? Bitch. So many pages and stuff.
Oh dear.
Me
It's
flipping
gotta
through
be
my
important if he
DM's
has a
guide.
page for the box.
Well, I'm
Oh,
flipping
no.
through- I'm looking at the DM's guide.
Oh.
It's a page for the box.
You pull out a little purple velvet bag that is
Oh?
embroidered with gold.
Whoa.
Fancy bag.
This catches Kalina's eye. Because it's her color palette.
Playful.
Yep, it's Kalina's color palette.
Purple and gold.
Purple and gold. Fancy, fancy, fancy.
Alright.
A tiny.
Then I'm just gonna bring the bag back. Then.
Alright. As you bring the bag back, you can get a closer look at it. you see that there is a little closure on it, and like a flap, and on the flap there is an embroidered symbol. It's real fancy, and you know, got all the little details, but you can make out a very clear infinity symbol on the flap.
Oh. Huh.
Like, just an infinity symbol, or is there anything else on it?
Yeah, is there anything else on it?
The infinity symbol is like the only clear symbol. Everything else is just like little decorative swirlies and such.
Okay.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay.
I think Kalina is gonna take like the tip of her pen and flip it open.
Alright. As you
Yeah, like very carefully.
As you flip open the flap of the satchel, you look inside and you see a variety of little small raw gemstones in the bag.
Oh.
Ooh.
The bag of gems. Hell yeah.
Kalina just sees all of these and her eyes just widen because they're so pretty.
Pretty rock.
She's just gonna start scribbling. Right?
What'd you say, Colbert?
You saw the gems as well, right?
Yes. You're standing next to
Colbert's just gonna say, cool. I wonder how much we could sell them for.
Kalina isn't even focused on the money right now. She's just scribbling down in her notebook and just rambling excitedly because rocks are cool.
Well, of course, Kalina's not worrying about money.
Colbert, as you're looking
she likes
inside,
rocks.
As you're looking inside the bag, Colbert, you see all the little raw gemstones and like tumbled ones. You know, nothing like cut gems. But you see something that catches your eye. Something that is gold, that is a little buried.
Oh. I go and dig it out.
Okay. As you dig your hands in and pull it out, you see that it is a locket. A golden locket.
Oh.
And on the front of it is an engraving of an Arius leaf.
Oh.
Alright.
Do you choose to open the locket?
And I'm gonna stick to going check if it's trapped by the gallons. Too fucking paranoid. I'm just gonna open it.
Alright. You open the locket and you see some very faded portraits.
Oh?
Is this what I think it is?
Probably not.
I did DM you arrows.
Yeah. It's nay.
That would have been cool though.
That would have been cool, but it would have made no sense.
I know.
Colbert, you can't really make out much about the figures. There are two pictures, one on either side. One seems to be a couple standing next to each other, and then the other seems to be one of the partners holding possibly a baby. It seems about the right size of an infant that the person is holding.
Shaped thing.
An infant-shaped blob that is faded.
An infant-shaped blob.
Yes.
It's really just a football.
Behold, my son.
It seems, in the locket, though, there are, almost little pages that you can turn, like, of the frames. You wanna
Can I
take a
do
flip
that?
through yeah.
Yeah.
You flip it over, and you see another picture. It's still faded out, but you can now see this little family standing together. There is the couple, a slightly older child that stands next to them, and another baby.
Another baby?
On the opposite side, there is another portrait of the family, this time with 2 older children and another
a baby? Another baby.
There is
I
one
think
more
I know.
page for you to flip.
Oh,
flip it.
I think you're fine.
As you flip it, there's only one picture on this like page of the locket, and there are 3 older children standing around, and each of the partners is holding a baby.
Kalina is just watching all. Like, is Kalina watching all of this?
Mm-hmm.
Kalina is just seeing this and tears. Tears.
Is there any colors, anything I could tell? Investigation check?
You can see some vague colors. The couple, one seems to be darker. The color of their hair seems to have bleeded out into most of their portrait. And the taller of the 2 has a lot of gold in their portrait and a little bit of green.
Oh.
Colbert, on the final page of the locket, where there would be a picture, there is a tiny folded piece of paper.
Oh.
I take it out, try to read it.
You unfold.
Please be careful.
You unfold the delicate little piece of paper. And, you see what looks to be, some writing, but it has been scratched out.
Can
what would
one
you
of us
roll?
try and make a...
What would you roll to
I'm guessing
possibly
probably
decipher?
either perception or investigation.
It will be under intelligence. So investigation is under intelligence. I recommend that.
Yeah.
Can Kalina try and roll for investigation
Yes.
as well?
Can I try and like give her advantage by like asking her, hey, can you give some light so I could hold up the piece of paper against the light and see past the scribble?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, so you get
Kalina,
advantage.
Roll with advantage.
I don't have a good intelligence score,
Roll
so
with
I'm gonna stand
advantage.
it.
Yep.
All right. Awesome. Okay, so first one was bad, 8 total. But I have advantage. Oh, now that's better. 17 base plus 5, 22, babes.
Hell yeah!
Thank you, Colbart.
Yep.
All right, Kalina. You can make out 2 lines.
Uh-huh.
The first line, it takes you a while, but what you can read is, "My light is fading."
My light is fading.
And then the second line, it seems to get more sloppy as it goes along, as if the writer was being quick to finish it. And it says, "I'm sorry, my love."
My light is fading. I'm sorry, my love. Like, Kalina, like, she reads this out. And she just...
Hobart says, harsh voice. I think this is Verbena.
Song, I'm gonna be 100% honest, but due to the background audio, I could not understand what you were saying.
Neither could I.
He was talking how it might be from Verbena.
Wait, what? Might be
That's
from
my
Verbena?
parents. Yep.
So, might be from Verbena?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
I got the word Verbena, so.
Okay. But yeah, like, Kalina just looks at the locket and gently takes both that and the piece of paper out of Colbart's hands and just says, I don't know if we should take this.
Chatu places his hand
don't.
on your shoulder and says, "We may not take it with us, but let's return it to the temple."
Alright.
I agree. It shouldn't be here, right? We stumble upon it very easily. Someone else could stumble upon it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Kalina, she gently puts it, I think she probably has like a little pouch of some kind, like in her, like somewhere safe.
Yeah.
She doesn't want that thing getting nicked up by all the little jewels and stuff and and the thing. It's precious. Precious.
Do you want to take any last looks at the locket before putting it away or anything?
I think she's gonna try and see if there's any other interesting details that she can
I would like
notice
to.
about it.
All right. You just try to take a look at the locket a little bit closer, and you notice that it's pretty small for something that you would assume would belong to a god.
Yeah.
The chain is not very long.
Okay.
Maybe it's a bracelet.
It could be a bracelet.
You sort of turn it over in your hands a little bit, taking a look at all sides and the back. And you are you see it only for a moment, and then like go to look back at it closer. The closure that causes the locket to close is a tiny little snake.
Oh my...
Very interesting.
Zephyrus? Kalina just kind of like whispers this out loud. Like mutters it.
That first part.
I don't know if anyone else heard it, though.
Well, let us roll to see. Does anybody hear Kalina?
What do we roll?
Perception.
Whoa!
Perception.
Oh. That's a good thing. It's a good thing I have a +4 in perception.
Mm-hmm.
Total of 5.
Oh, how lovely.
I rolled a nat 1, but it's 5 because of my perception bonus. I'm just off in the void, I guess.
You are next to Kalina as she's looking at the locket, and you hear her just... You hear her as she, kind of in slight disbelief, says Zephyrus while looking down at the locket.
Papa, we'll say Zephyrus what?
Kalina just looks at Colbert. It's just like, nothing. It's nothing. Just could have sworn I saw something. And then she carefully puts it away. Yes, I'm sure.
Alright.
Yeah, and she carefully puts it away. Wait, is there anything else in the chest, or was that it?
That was it. There are little pieces of wood, decayed, that lay at the bottom of the chest, but other than that, there is nothing of interest within.
Are there any other doorways?
On to the next room. See what else. See what other walls are fake.
Well, while you were investigating this one, Freya has gone ahead of you just a bit and has decided to slap the walls, opening each one up.
Oh my gosh, I love.
They are now crouched at the end of the corridor, where you can see, you can just barely see the staircase starting. They cup their hand and call down to you. I opened all the fake walls. No more chests, though, which is kind of boring.
Oh, baby.
Just kind of boring, yes.
Baby.
How boring. No more chests.
It's like, I wanted to find a cool chest.
Yeah. They,
I shall look through them.
They point towards the, doorway behind them where the staircase is and says, "This staircase is pretty cool, though. So, I want to go here next."
Oh, I love
Kalina just
Okay,
calls
just wait
out,
for
just like,
us.
just a moment, Freya.
They nod their head and kind of like nestle down, readjusting their paws so that they're kind of like sitting like a little dog.
Baby.
And they wrap their tail around them.
Baby. They're baby. They're so baby.
Little babby.
Little bab.
Little babby.
They are bab.
Right.
Yeah, I guess we go then.
Yep. you meet up with Freya at the end of the corridor, and they, once you get up close to them, they get up from their little sat position, and they scamper forward into the doorway. And then, as all of you pass through the doorway, you see now that the stairwell you are in is very, like, big. It's a big stairwell.
Okay.
About 3 of you could walk shoulder to shoulder on the staircase comfortably.
Damn. Okay.
Wow.
And one thing
Big
strikes
stairs.
you about the stairwell is at the center of it, there is wood and bark.
The tree? Or part of the tree?
Yeah.
I doubt we're, like, at the center of the tree. Because,
No.
How much echo is there?
The edge of it.
like, it would be way too big.
It's a huge ass tree.
That's a huge-ass tree. Like, maybe it's, like, a smaller tree, but not the Aria's tree.
Well, I mean,
Big fucking tree.
this staircase seems to, it goes in a curve, but, well, whatever, is at the center of it is very large. Well,
Yeah.
it could easily be the Aria's tree, but how could you have gotten to it so quickly?
Yeah.
There are
Exactly.
roots that span out and support the staircase that passes above you, like beams,
Yeah.
and goes into the walls.
Oh. Only one place to go. Let's walk up.
Yeah.
Might as well.
I'm slowly nomming on a cookie.
Mm-hmm. As all of you start to ascend, Freya scampers ahead on all fours, occasionally turning their head back to make sure that you are still within sight of them.
Like a fucking dog.
Like a puppy. As you ascend the staircase, you start passing by these little gaps in the trunk where you can see light leaking out from behind it.
Alright.
Would you like to take a closer look?
Yes.
I do.
Yeah. As you look into these gaps, you see that just behind the surface there is amber, hardened amber, that seals the way.
Cool.
It is slightly transparent, and it only lets the light through, as you cannot see clearly behind it.
Like, Cobalt will pipe up, actually, and say, wait. He looks at the center and say, could this be the tree? The Aria's tree.
I don't know, but I think it's highly unlikely. How could we have gotten to it so fast?
That's true. The only reason I ask is that this would be perfect time to get, the sap, if it is. Just literally no one around. But,
That is true.
Like you said, don't know if this is the tree or not.
Chatu,
However,
Chatu from just behind you says, Well, it is possible. It's probably more likely than you'd think. I mean, that corridor that we were in was pretty long and it was sloping, so we might have gone deeper.
That is true.
And I know that there are a lot of magic imbued into the city, so it could have been I don't know how to describe it, but we walked a shorter distance than what we traveled, if you know what I mean.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
A smaller
Maybe.
corridor connecting a longer distance. A bit of a rift in between the two places.
Yes. Well, at the very least, if it's not the full trunk of the tree, it might possibly be a root. A big one.
Yes.
Is there any way we can actually tell? I wonder if we can tell by the sap if this is the tree.
Does Kalina remember anything from her studies?
You do not. There is not a lot that is taught about the sap of the Arius tree in the scholarly circles you have been in.
No.
It is more of a passed down, practice through, artisans. And you have unfortunately not met anybody who has been able to pass that information to you.
No.
Oh.
Sad.
It wouldn't hurt to try, honestly.
Kalina, she looks over at Chatu, like, you know, when you kind of are asking for, like, you want to ask someone for their opinion, but you don't want to say anything. Just the look.
Chatu kind of, gives you this look of, I don't really know. And then he says, I mean, I know that there are dead roots that are beneath the capital that don't have any sap.
Well,
and if they do have sap, it's tainted.
Corrupted.
I think it's best that we possibly wait until we're closer to the surface, or on the surface,
till we know for sure that we're at the tree.
And where the sap will be the most untouched.
Alright.
I know you want the sap song. Sappy little man.
Sappy man.
Sappy man.
Sappy man.
Sappy man.
As you continue up the stairwell, Kalina, you remember the mark that you had seen on the map before. And
yeah, the Y.
And you wonder if you're close to it.
She pulls out the map.
You pull it out, and you see that you are indeed very close to it. It should be just a couple, 30 feet ahead of you on the curve.
And she keeps going. She keeps going. Maybe a little quicker now.
Yes.
Because intrigued.
As you quicken your pace towards the mark on the map, you reach where it is, and you see another large gap in the trunk. It is as large as a person.
Oh.
It is blocked by thick amber, though you notice a hole in the amber that is smooth and like worn down.
Oh.
It's at about eye level to you, and you can look through it. Kalina,
Sorry, I was eating a Heath bar.
do you look through it?
Yes, I do.
Alright. You look inside of the hole, and you can see a large chamber inside. You can see the amber that is on the opposite side of this chamber lining the walls. And you see large roots that extend downwards far below where you are. You'll have to get up on your tippy toes to get a better angle to see a little bit below you.
I think I will.
As you sort of get a better vantage point at looking through the hole, you see the roots extend far, far down. Their formation looks as if they're chains. Almost. And you notice that the deeper this chamber goes, the more hazy the air is. And below you, you can barely make out a something down near the bottom where the roots converge.
Oh shit, I don't know.
There's something in there.
There is?
Yes. I'm not sure what it is, but it's all the way at the bottom where the roots, they sort of hang out, and they're almost like chains, I think. Wait. Can she peer down a little bit more? Can she like try and get a closer look? Like squint?
Yeah. You'll have to kind of like step up onto the very slight ledge where like the trunk becomes amber. It's like a very slight edge that you can step up on.
I think I'll try doing that, yeah.
Right. You step up onto it and get a closer look down in there. And the mass that you can see at the bottom is very dark. And from the angle that you can kind of see, it is splayed out in a Y formation.
Oh. Kalina, she is very curious. Does it click? Can she roll to see if it clicks?
Roll to see if it clicks. Wisdom, I guess that would be.
I'm not sure what I choose. Yeah.
Okay. 18 total.
Nice.
Does it click? Does it
Kalina,
click?
It does click.
She lets out a gasp. Like a loud gasp, and she stumbles back.
You stumble back and everybody kind of like like, turns attention to you very clearly. And, Clement comes over, putting his, like, hand on your back and shoulder. He's like, Kalina, what happened? Is everything okay?
I think this is the Arius tree. It's him. It's him. Oh my stars, it's him!
Next to you, Chatu stands there staring blankly at the amber.
Oh my stars, oh my stars, oh my stars, oh my stars. She's gonna pace. She's gonna pace.
Cobalt will pipe up and say, him? What do you mean by him? Who's down there?
Kalina just snaps her eyes to Colbart. Zephyrus! I could just imagine, like, her saying that, and it just echoes throughout the chamber, because dramatic.
Of course. Of course.
Hey! I'm trying to, like, I'm imagining this in, like, in terms of a movie, okay?
Cinematography.
Cinematography, leave me be!
Sagok says, oh shit.
Oh shit!
Oh shit. Holy motherfucker.
But yeah, she...
balls.
Yeah, that's what she basically yells at to Colbart.
Stressed.
She's stressed.
May I roleplay?
Yes.
Cobalt says, Zephyrus? The guy in there? Cobalt looks over to the amber and tries to pierce through. It's like,
yes.
No fucking way.
Yes.
Colbert, you're not tall enough to reach the hole and see
Of
through
course.
it. Because it's at Kalina's eye level. Also, Tagok, no, amber is not flammable, unfortunately. Burning
Damn
the
it.
amber will just make it harder.
Really?
Can't have any fun here.
Listen,
Oh.
it's a
No, it's fine.
it's a fossilized sap.
I know.
Fossil.
I know. I just like poking fun at you.
Well, had to turn the dragon lights on.
Hmm.
So yeah, Kalina is pacing and muttering and yeah.
Yeah, the big question is, what the fuck do we do?
I don't think we can do anything.
Because, like,
No.
Not yet.
But this is...
because we're here to get
this
sap
is-
of the Arius tree. That's why we're here. Right?
This is the
That
tree
was-
then.
Yeah.
Honestly, our only options are to just keep going up. Unless we can try to maybe get through the amber, but, like...
Then
Yeah,
what
but it
do you
goes
do?
so
That doesn't
far
seem-
down.
Yeah, that doesn't seem super plausible.
Why would we go to Zephyrus now?
Exactly. I say we keep moving up, and
Yeah.
we'll deal with the whole Zephyrus thing later.
Opening windows, honey.
Okay.
Alright,
Tell
so I
Judith
take
to
off.
shut up.
Tell
Jesus
Judith to shut
Christ.
the fuck up.
You need
You
an
know I
honor
can't
sign.
do that.
You need an honor sign, Jade.
You know I cannot do that.
I know.
But we can.
But I can tell her to shut up.
As
Yeah,
your
but-
father.
Um, You're right, take God. Nothing we could do right now.
I'd say we keep moving.
Yeah. Like, this does mean this is the tree, though. Move up a little bit and they get the sap.
Kalina doesn't acknowledge him.
She's a bit
She is
stressed
just
right now.
She's in her own brain right now, and
Freaking
she
the
is
fuck out.
pacing, freaking out.
The math is mathing, unfortunately.
The math is mathing, and she does not like it.
Sag math.
Yeah, she is just pacing up and down a few stairs, just.
Kalina, while you're pacing, you basically just tune out the voices of the rest of the party.
Yeah.
But something kind of snaps you out. Something you hear that is not the voices of your party. What you hear is the very faint sound of music.
Music?
You hear the sound of a bow being pulled across strings. A somber tune, soft and mellow, seems to be drifting from somewhere above in the stairwell.
Kalina stops. And she just kind of listens for a moment before she slowly starts going up.
The rest of you see Kalina stop her pacing and then just walk up the stairs. Do you follow her?
Yes.
Does anybody else hear this music? Or am I going crazy?
Well,
Is Kalina going crazy? Has she finally snapped?
Did the rest of you, like, stop talking amongst each other when Kalina does this?
Yeah. I'm probably gonna go for like a Kalina.
Kalina. You in there?
Hello.
Knock,
knock.
Basically, as you, like, stop sort of arguing almost, it's not really arguing, but just talking, and begin following Kalina up the staircase, you two all begin to hear the music.
Okay, good. So Kalina's not going crazy.
No, not this time.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Wink, wink.
So, you now all hear the music.
These halls are filled with the sound of music.
Yes.
Ah.
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah. I have to do it an octave lower though. I can't soprano one that shit.
Neither can I. Especially not at my current physical state. Throat dead. As you all begin to rise up the staircase, the music gets closer and closer.
It's the NPC.
You round a corner, and on the opposite side to the trunk, you see a small alcove. Where the roots reach out and twist and form a little, almost a little room.
Oh.
As you come up to be able to look into this little room area, you see a man sitting and playing his instrument. It is a rebab.
I called it.
A long stringed instrument and a bow, basically, you know.
Yeah.
He wears a brimmed hat, and his head is cast downward, and it covers his eyes.
Oh, fucking drama queen. I love it.
It's him, but not the other him.
He does not seem to take notice to the party as he continues playing his song. Turns on PNGs of him.
It's him!
Around him, he has various goods laid out on mats. And to one side of him, he has a small bonfire with a pot boiling on top of it, and a sweet smelling steam erupts from the top of the pot.
Who the hell is this guy?
Does Tagok say that?
I think it'd be
sure. Yeah.
I was like, who the fuck
hell
is
this guy?
Tagok, as you express this, he jumps a little bit, causing a slight screech of his bow across the strings.
Kalina cringes at that. She cringes at that, just like, ooh.
And he throws his head up, revealing his face. He is a little older in age, and he has golden eyes and blue tattoos that are across his forehead and down his chin onto his neck.
Oh, okay.
And he says, "Oh, goodness. I didn't notice you there. So sorry."
No, we apologize for scaring you. We just didn't expect anyone here.
Well, I didn't expect any customers.
Customers?
Ah, yes. My name is Pharaon. I am a nomadic merchant. And, I've set up here, albeit a bit temporary, as a bit of a, gathering station. He says, kind of waving his bow around. Gesturing with his bow.
Yeah. Kalina just kind of looks at him and just says, gathering for... Just kind of expecting him to fill it in.
He, points at you with the tip of his bow. You notice that the bow has there's a little, brass hand on the tip that, is, in a pointed position. Like, it points at you, literally.
Oh my gosh, it's like one of those fucking pointer things in elementary school.
Yes, but
yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love those.
He smiles at you and he says, "Well, the tree's sap, of course, and its bark, for making elixirs and medicines."
I see.
Oh. Is the sap here good?
It's kind of like asking if it's just like, hey, is the food good here?
Is the food good here?
Is the food good?
And he says, "I found that this here area is the best and safest place to harvest the sap. It is extremely potent due to its proximity to the center, and it is not deep enough for it to be corrupted in any way.
Oh, that's great.
He then gestures to a mat where he has some bottles. And he says, "You lot look like you've been through the ringer. Any of you in need of a healing potion?"
Kalina, she does, look at Colbart for a moment. And...
Yeah, man did get fucking blasted.
Yeah.
Your face made out with concrete.
Oh,
Poor boy. The poor boy.
I mean, it depends how much they cost.
Well,
I can't pay for anything.
he kind of like has a bit of a guilty looking face, and he says, well, because they're not my finest work, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't have my usual tools and setup here. They're not as potent as I would usually like to make them. Not quite up to my standards, so they don't heal as much as I would prefer it to. So I'd say that you can buy 3 for a single gold.
Oh. Kalina just kind of looks at everyone. That
How much is
would...
the price?
3 for 1 piece of gold.
Holy shit!
Yeah! That's a steal!
Standard D&D is like 10 gold for one thing, for one small bottle.
Shit, don't give him any
That's
ideas!
steal. He already said it, he can't go back.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well?
Holy shit.
So, how many healing potions do you think y'all are gonna get?
Well, how many does
How
he
many are in the
have?
party?
There's
Nothing.
7.
7 total?
There's 7 people in the party. That's what Song asked. How many people are in the party? 7.
Okay.
He has about 10 little
10?
potion bottles. They're very small. Like,
Okay.
the bottles themselves are not much longer than like your middle finger.
Oh, so like vials.
Yeah, they're like little vials of this potion. that are,
Chemistry.
like, chemistry.
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 Chemistry. Chemistry. Chemistry.
Sharon, please.
Okay. But sorry, I had to do that one. You may continue.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, how's everybody doing health-wise?
Kalina's pretty much fine. She just face planted on the floor and she only got like 1 or 2 of her health though, so she probably has like a decent sized scratch across her face.
A little scratched up.
I'm doing fine. I didn't get
I'm
hit.
down 1 health because I refuse
fell.
to let go
Should've
of my knife.
I'm going to have health, so
Yeah.
Don't get a
Colbert.
potion for me. I'm perfectly fine.
It's really just
I'm only missing 1.
it's really
I'm
just
vibing.
Colbert and Chaku
I'm suspicious of this very convenient
Yeah.
NPC.
Hush.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah,
for a
Kalina
game.
doesn't. Yeah, Kalina doesn't need anything. She's a little scratched up, but not enough to warrant healing like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think Kalina will. What's his name again?
Theron.
I just want to write it. I just want to write it down.
Farron.
Theron. Farron. I am illiterate.
Gotcha. No,
Farron.
it's okay.
Oh.
Farron. Okay.
Cobur's gonna take out the 2 gold that I have, and I'm gonna
Get 6 of them.
say, I'll take for how many this will take, and then drop it in his hand if he extends it to them.
Yeah.
He smiles up at you and says, "Thank you kindly." And then he, counts out 6 of the vials and hands them to you. And he says, "You all look pretty tired. Care to sit down for a while and rest?"
Perhaps. Yeah. We've had a bit of a rough time.
Well, you can tell me all about it.
This is actually something that I should probably bring up. During a short rest, we can use hit points to bring back our health. Long rest, it's long rest. But during short rest, if it, I believe it's like 30 minutes for a short rest, we can heal ourselves up during that time. So if you guys want to do that now, we could do that. I'm gonna take that and not use a potion unless I actually still need to, but
Yeah.
Potion will speed up the process.
if it took 30 minutes anyways.
So we
True.
all taking a short rest?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll take a short rest just to sit.
All right. So are we healing?
Yeah. If you want to.
1d8, that is. Take short rest. And
I'm doing great. I'm just sitting.
did it go?
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. I
myself
took a
up.
short rest. Yay. And yeah. Colleen is still kind of scratched up though. Just yeah. She'll
15.
be okay though. She'll be okay.
15
Just a little-
heal.
Yeah. Awesome.
We'd be vibing.
We do be
So-
vibing.
As you are sitting with Farron, he puts away his instrument and he pulls out a long pipe.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And he puts a little bundle of pale something in the
Oh my god, is it
Okay.
fucking weed?
no, it's not weed.
Uh.
You fucking stoner. You fake ass stoner.
Weed isn't light.
Get out of here. It's like a sort of pale
Fine fantasy weed.
shut. And then he holds it over the fire and lights it. And then begins smoking it. No, it's not crack! It's not! Please! It's not weed. It's not crack. It's not shrooms. It is not. No, it's not opium either. I'm gonna fucking shoot you. I'm gonna get demonetized. It is not a drug. It is
guys,
not
guys.
real drugs. Swear to God.
Guys.
Let me
Okay.
world build.
I know,
Okay.
it's fun.
I want to ask a question. Who doesn't want a healing potion on hand?
I do
think
not.
Kalina will be fine. To be honest, I think she might actually buy some for Chatu.
I didn't get hit in the last fight.
No.
I'm gonna be fine.
No. The reason why typically in D&D, potions are used in quick emergency settings.
Yeah,
They don't typically use potions to heal up. We're using quick emergency techniques where you're like so close to losing all of your health. During battle, pop a quick potion and you're better off.
Yeah.
So
Mike is
I brought
breathing
6
so
for all of us but one. Who doesn't want it?
I am fine without.
Okay, so everybody get a potion except for Takeoff. There you go.
You try to give the potion to Freya, and Freya just like, you know how little kids will like hold out their hands and shake their head?
Oh yeah, just like, no, yucky.
Freya just
Are you
like,
sure, Freya?
they say, yeah, I'm sure. I'll be fine.
Give it to Tagog.
Give it to Tay. She fights more.
Oh, baby. Baby.
Okay, only if Takeoff agrees.
The baby said take it. Now take it.
You must abide by law. If the
Is it
baby
the-
says take it, you
green
take
one?
it.
For potion
Fine.
healing?
I'll take the potion just because Frey is adorable. How do I add my inventory?
You can make a custom potion. Basically, this potion heals 1d6. So,
Okiddo.
more about the fucking
Yeah.
the not drugs. They're not drugs.
Whatever's in the pipe.
The pipe stuff.
As he smokes it, your area is kind of filled with a little bit of the smoke in combination with the sweet smelling steam. The smoke he blows is not like suffocating like tobacco.
Yeah.
It has a almost it smells like spices almost to you. And it has a very twangy scent.
Can I try and roll for perception to see if I recognize it?
Yeah, go ahead.
If I've smelled it before? Okay. Okay, not bad. 11 base plus, what is my perception bonus? Plus 2, 13.
Alright. Kalina, you look at like the stuff that he is smoking, and color wise, you look at it and it's like very pale, yellowy, but with a slight hint of green. You think back to being told about different homeopathic medicine practices in people in like the rest of Vera, and you remember being told that a lot of people will scrape the supple inner bark out and smoke it.
Oh.
And
like the Arius tree or just regular trees?
a lot of trees, including the Arius tree. Some are more for recreation, and some are said to help with certain ailments.
Does Kalina have any idea of what kind of bark it is?
No. You have no idea what kind of bark this is.
Yeah, Kalina, she just kind of, like, she sees, like, what exactly he's smoking, and when she realizes that it's tree bark, she just kind of asks him, is that tree bark?
He smiles a little bit, his lips like curling up around the tip of the pipe, and he like swivels the pipe around and holds it out to you, and he says, "Yeah, care for a hit?"
Kalina just sees this and blinks because she has never been offered this kind of thing before.
Want to smoke with me?
Hey, want to smoke with me? She just sees it, blinks, and just like okay. I've just never done this before. At all.
Don't worry, it's not for a high or anything. It's mostly to help with respiratory issues.
I see.
It'll help you breathe a little easier.
I might need that, yeah.
He sort of pushes his hand forward towards you with the pipe.
And yeah, she takes it.
Yeah.
And she just kind of will she have to roll to see if she uses it right? It'd be kind of funny. It would be so funny.
Poor sweet innocent girl doesn't know how to smoke. But Colbert, what were you saying?
I feel like Colbert would have some experience with this.
He's like, yes,
Some
smoking.
experience. Like,
Smoking.
plenty of trees around the swamp.
Yes.
So,
Yes, bear blood. Yes, Kalina. Roll to see if you know how to fucking smoke a pipe.
Okay, do I add any bonuses?
It's just a wisdom.
Just wisdom? Okay.
Just wisdom.
Alright, so wisdom +2, so hopefully I should get at least something decent. I was wrong.
Oh my god.
What'd you roll?
I got a total of 3. I got a nat 1.
God damn.
She has no idea.
She doesn't know how to smoke.
She doesn't know. She
oh,
doesn't
wow,
know.
so then the people started talking to me. What?
Kalina doesn't know how to smoke.
I rolled a nat 1.
Kalina, no.
How's that even possible, Kalina?
She doesn't know things.
Kalina, like, what do you think she would do to badly smoke?
Oh god.
Blow into it instead of sucking?
Probably. Oh my god, she has no. Hey, like she just never had like experience with it, and I'm guessing like neither of her parents did it, because like she never saw that. She never really saw it, because like.
So,
but yeah.
Kalina.
Oh boy, what's it gonna be?
You take a little breath in and go to like blow, and you do, and a little bit of smoke comes out of like the bowl, and you hear Farron laugh a little bit. And he says, "No, darling, inhale."
She kind of blushes a little bit before she tries to inhale.
Oh boy.
I could make you roll for Constitution, but that would be mean.
Oh,
please.
I mean, if you wanna.
I mean, yeah.
Oh my god.
That'd be funny.
See if
it
you have
would
a
be
coughing
funny.
fit. Roll for Constitution.
Okay. Constitution. Okay. Would it be a saving throw or just regular Constitution?
Regular Constitution.
Okay. It won't matter. Cause, like, at least for regular Constitution, because Kalina doesn't have a bonus for it. So.
No bonus.
This is gonna be fun. Hey, my stick is still here.
Okay. It's better.
Better.
A 10.
Okay. Could go either
That's
way.
alright.
Could go either way.
Not terrible.
She might, like, be struggling to just hold in all the smoke. Just like, eh.
Yeah, I would just
Don't
say like
hold the smoke. You have to blow it
I
out.
would let the player choose in this, but if you got something fun, go ahead. This is gonna be great.
Alright. Kalina, you inhale and the smoke fills your lungs. There is a slight sting in your chest as you try not to cough, but a pretty big puff of smoke comes out of your nose.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, that's the worst.
Oh.
But after that initial cough, the stinging kind of goes away, and it doesn't hurt as much, and you're kind of able to very calmly blow the rest of the smoke out after that initial one. Though your eyes are watering just a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Not bad.
Was that your first time, Kalina?
Yes. I never had anyone around me growing up that did stuff like this.
Pharaon.
And books can only teach you so much.
Pharaon nods a little bit and he says, "No shame in that. First time for everything."
Yes, I guess that's true.
Pharaon then picks up a ladle that he has laying, and he removes the lid on the big pot that is sitting over the bonfire, and he stirs it a little bit. Yes, I think Tagok would be good at smoking because she's a fire person.
Yeah! When she smokes, her hair starts smoldering.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it would... Like, I don't think smoking things would struggle as much.
Yeah.
That's just... She kind of just do that. She just kind of do that.
She's always smoking.
She would just use her hair to light it.
Sticks blunt in hair. Take a hit.
I am the incense.
You are the incense.
I am the lighter. Yeah, he
goes to Christmas
takes
past
the lid.
anyone.
God, he takes the lid off the pot and stirs, and once he takes the lid off, all of your noses are assaulted with a very, very sweet smell.
Oh. Kalina, she definitely kind of lifts her nose up a little bit to smell a little bit more, and she just asks, "What is that amazing smell?"
He smiles as he stirs the pot and he says, "That, my darling, is refined Aureus sap. A long and lengthy process."
I see.
And
does she lean in to get a little bit of a closer look?
Mm-hmm. You look inside the pot, and you see that what is in there is a deep amber color. Yes, this is why I had to look up how to make maple syrup, you cuck.
I thought so.
I looked up the process and then basically modified it for this and fully described how to fucking make maple syrup, but it's Aureus sap. Don't fucking judge me. Yeah, the liquid inside is a deep amber color, and it is at a very low boil right now as the little bubbles rise to the surface and pop. I can't say why I'm laughing, but haha, hilarious. He looks over at all of you and says, "Care to learn the process? You all seem rather interested."
I don't see why not. It sounds quite interesting.
He smiles and says, all right. Now, starting from the very beginning. Step 1. When you refine the sap of the Aureus tree, you need quite a lot of it. To make even a gallon of the refined variety, you need 40 gallons of the raw.
Oh, shit.
Yes, this is entirely
my.
accurate to maple syrup.
That's a lot.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yep.
This man did his homework.
takes a
I
lot.
did my fucking homework, bitch. I did a lot of homework. And he says, once the raw sap is collected, it should be boiled down almost immediately so that it doesn't have time to sour. You must evaporate all the water that is within the sap. And once that is done, it leaves it very pale. But it is not potent at this stage, and will not make very strong elixirs or potions. And that's when this process begins, as he sort of gestures to the pot. He says, the sugars within the sap begin to caramelize. The more heat is applied and time, it slowly turns from pale yellow to a deep amber. He then pulls out a little vial and takes a ladle full of the refined sap and pours it in and gives it a little swirl. You can see, now that it is not in the pot, that the refined sap is almost iridescent and glittery.
Ooh. Shiny.
And he says, you should almost always be able to tell when it's ready just by taste. And he sort of holds it out, in case any of you would like to taste the sap just by itself.
Oh, Colleen is very interested.
Kalina, give me sap.
What?
Give me sap, she said.
She has a sweet tooth.
Kalina, you take the little vial and take a sip of it. It is still warm, and the flavor is very sweet, but with a butteriness to it. There is a sharp aftertaste and a slight nuttiness to it as well.
How much research did you have to do? God damn.
Laughs.
In pain.
Laughs in pain. I can't tell you how many websites I scrolled through with all of their shitty ads.
Oh, honey. Well, you did good.
Thank you.
Because
Thank
holy
you.
shit.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
He then says, the more robust the flavor, the more potent the elixirs made from it are, in combination with the highest quality ingredients added. But even if you just have the sap at its grade A, any mixture made will be much better by comparison.
I see. Does she take another sip? Is she allowed to?
Yes.
Just small little sip. Just small sip. She have sweet tooth.
He takes the pot off of the fire And then he like takes some ash that was like in a little pile, and he sort of scatters it over top of the fire, causing it to like simmer down a little bit and not become as large. Just you know, just a smoldering coals now with the heat. And then he says, but of course, sap is not the only thing that you can use of the Orius tree. There are many things you can make from its byproducts.
Kalina is just... Oh.
That's your echo, baby.
That's an echo.
That's your echo, baby.
It's like, ah.
Scream, cry.
But yeah, Kalina, like, she's just listening intently.
Nods.
Slowly slipping on the syrup.
He's, then pulls out another little bundle of, what he had put in his pipe before. And he says, by stripping the, delicate inner bark, you can boil it and inhale the steam, or cure and smoke it to, alleviate respiratory infections and just in general issues. This inner bark can also be milled into a thick pulp and is applied to the skin to reduce rashes and hives. And
taking notes intently.
Yes, take
not Kalina.
Notes.
This isn't Kalina talking.
Foxy's taking notes. It can also be made into a tea with the sap to relieve pain, inflammation, and fever if taken at regular intervals.
That's the tea, sis.
Tea.
He's a tea man.
Tea man.
He needs his tea.
The outer bark itself also can be cured and ground to make a very rare and flavorful spice. And then he takes out a little bag and he opens it up, and all of you can immediately smell it.
Oh.
It's a scent that is like very similar to, but way more complex than cinnamon. And far more, like, it's far stronger.
Oh, yes.
And then he says, unground, the spice in its stick form can be carried around to ward off biting insects.
Getting all the lore.
We're getting all the lore today, folks.
And then he, like, after he puts away the bag, he sighs a little bit and he says, now, if only I could get my hands on some Aureus lily petals. Those are what you really need for stronger healing potions. But I haven't been able to find a single one.
Kalina, her ears perk up at this, cause she remembers the petals that she had. What? I mean, she might give him a seed.
You have 6 petals.
Yeah.
You could give
Oh,
him
so
a
he just
few.
needs one? Just needs one?
Yeah, you could give him a few.
Okay, yeah. Well, Kalina, once she
might
hears
even
this,
pay
she pipes up. Oh, actually, just earlier, we actually came across some. And she pulls out the tin.
He like
And she opens it.
he perks up and he's like, "Oh my. Would you be willing to part with them for a price?"
How much are you willing to pay?
He like looks at them for a moment, you know, like he is like calculating in his head. He's calculating.
Thinking.
Math is mathing.
The math is mathing in his brain.
What about some sap for them?
Oh, fair trade.
Well, you could ask him.
Ask the man.
Hobart will say, well, what about some of that sap for the petals?
He like he turns towards you and says, of course. How much do you need?"
Do you have the vial, like the jar?
Yeah, I do. Like, I pulled out the jar. It's like, can you part with this much? And I show him the
Absolutely,
jar.
he says as he
Nice.
nods. He takes the jar from your hands and then ladles it full of the refined
Hell yeah.
sap.
Yo.
It is still warm to the touch.
It's toasty.
Mission
It's always-
accomplished.
It's always just so fun holding a jar that's full of warm stuff. I don't know why. It's a sensory thing for me. I don't know, but
Mission accomplished.
like holding something warm that's also dry.
Yeah.
That doesn't have a malleable shape.
Why do you do that?
I don't know.
Is it going to be on?
After he are you gonna give him all the petals, Kalina?
Can I do some internal math to see like how many of like can I do the maths in my head? Can I do the maths? Can I roll to do the maths?
Do the maths for what specifically?
I don't like calculate the value like that much sap for like how many petals would that equal?
Yeah. You would guess that for the amount of the grade A sap that he has just given you, you could give him half of the petals that you have.
Okay.
Which is 3.
Yeah, 3?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Kalina says this just like, how about 3 of these petals for that sap?
Yes, that'll do.
Alright. And she holds out a hand.
He,
Will that be a deal then?
He, very excitedly takes your hand and shakes it.
Aww.
You feel the, cool metal of his many rings that he has on his fingers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And, she holds out, like, the little tin for him to take 3 of the petals.
He, very gently takes them, and, then he, like, almost immediately pulls out, like, some tools. He, like, pulls out a little mortar and pestle and some other small ingredients. And, he's got a very wide grin as he begins, like, grinding up the petals into a, paste.
Yeah. And Kalina's watching now and very intrigued. Because she wants to see how this is done. Edumacation time,
Edumacation.
folks. Edumacations.
He takes a little like dropper vial that looks to be filled with an oil of some kind. He takes a few drops and he adds 3 to the mortar and pestle and then begins combining it.
Mm-hmm.
He then pulls out like a little cutting board, and he takes the paste and spreads it evenly across the cutting board. And then he takes a pale white powder and a like a flat, almost palette knife looking thing.
Oh.
And he begins like mixing in this white powder with the paste until it's fully incorporated.
Kalina just watches, and I think she'll ask, "So what exactly are you doing now?"
So I am combining this, and he holds up the little container of the powder, and he says, "This is a powder of waters. When it makes contact with the sap, it will thin the liquid. And when I incorporate it with the paste so that it does not form chunks and separate out."
I see.
And the oil is a combiner. It allows the elements of the petals to stick with the sap. Basically, molecule. He's like, the molecules stick to each other,
Yeah.
But we don't call it molecules here. Not in this fantasy world.
Not in this fantasy world, bro.
We call them elements. We're getting a little crazy up in here.
Oh, we're getting crazy.
Crazy.
We're so fucking crazy.
Basically, the oil causes a reaction to bind those two. It's a catalyst.
Yes.
It's a binder.
I know what it is.
Binder. It's a binder.
Heh.
Yuck. And he says, "And then there is one last step I must do before fully combining it with the sap," he says as he rummages around in his pack. And he pulls out a small knife. It's like the blade is like a couple inches. It's real small.
Yeah.
It is like very intricate. It's not like a plain knife. It's very intricately carved and engraved. The handle is very fancy.
Pretty.
He takes a slightly larger vial than what he was using. It's more like a very small jar, wider top. And he fills it about halfway with the sap.
Uh-huh.
He holds his hand, or his thumb rather, over the opening of the jar.
You need blood, don't you?
Mm-hmm. He cuts the pad of his thumb, and you watch as he counts out the drops of blood that drip off of his thumb. He counts to 3, and then he closes his other fingers over it, and then pulls his thumb back. He uses a little rod to mix it together. And then he takes the little palette knife and scrapes up the paste before depositing it into the jar. and then uses the rod to continue mixing it. And you watch as the potion kind of like swirls and sparkles.
Ooh. We're watching a process.
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 How to make healing
Yeah.
potions.
Their blood, sweat, and tears.
My blood, sweat, and tears into this.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
At least the blood.
Yeah. After he has sufficiently mixed it, he places the little stopper on it and then like holds the top and bottom and gives it a vigorous shaking.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine it just... Yeah.
He sets it down as he looks down at it and smiles, and he says, "Now that's more up to standard."
Amazing. Wow.
"Thank you very much," he says as like he kind of goes to lick the blood off of his hand, and then like he stops and then like goes to get a cloth. So he's like, I shouldn't be licking blood off my hands in front of people. Like, let me not. Let me not be
Biohazard.
Let me not be like that.
Yeah. Kalina
you
sees
know
this and
that
she kind of giggles a little bit
Why are you the way
because she kind of realizes what he was about to do.
Yeah.
But then it's just like, wait a minute, manners.
Where are my manners? I shouldn't be drinking my own blood in front of people. How rude.
Yeah, and she just kind of giggles a little bit at it.
My mind immediately went to the words in my mind I came to is like, without having your guests have a taste either. God.
How naughty! You little
Oh my-
harlot!
You,
You little harlot!
Shush.
I
Maybe
am,
for how many years?
I am appalled. I'm not really that appalled.
I am I'm disgusted. I am revolted. I have dedicated my entire life to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and this is the thanks I get.
To our Lord and Savior,
Oh,
Verbena.
you
This
know,
is like-
you knew me for how many years?
Yeah. Shut it. Shut it, cat boy.
Shut it, cat boy. Shut it. Don't make me use the voice.
Don't. Not now. Pharaon then, sort of like, to distract from the fact that he just, like, did that, was like, I've been meaning to ask you, where are you guys from, exactly?
Trying to remember the name of the
Do you remember the name
the
of
country.
they're
Oh.
from?
Zerul? Creedhile?
Yeah.
Oh.
Kalina speaks up. Oh, Creedhile.
Huh.
Woods.
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 Forest.
Swamp. Forest. Swamp.
I am from the woods.
Honestly, Cole would just like swamp.
Swamp.
Oh, but you know exactly where.
Swamp.
Yeah, but it's just like forest somewhere.
Swamp.
Galena, you say Creedhile, and he says, "Oh, how'd you all get out here then? That's a long way away."
Oh, just traveling on. What's the name of the Ceruleus?
Ceruleus, yeah.
Yeah, Ceruleus. Yeah. Oh, just traveling on Ceruleus,
Oh.
the floating city. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
I've heard of it. Is it waiting for you? Like, out by the docks?
Yes. In a sense, just not parked there.
I understand. Unfortunately, the capital's rather dangerous nowadays. Can't just leave your ships parked around. Might get hijacked.
Yes, of course.
Hijack the entire goddamn city.
Yeah.
That'll be a feat.
He would have to
I'll
get
work
through
that out.
Baraka. And it takes a lot to get through Baraka.
He's not gonna
Colbert said
hijack
that
it.
out loud, so it's gonna be fun. Imagine that. Oh, don't get me started on ideas. I got myself started on ideas.
God.
Great.
Colbert.
What?
Wait, does Colbert actually say that, or was that out of character?
Take a pick.
That was definitely in character.
God.
Alright, to react to it.
But yeah, she just looks over him, just like, Colbert?
What?
Don't you dare think of trying to hijack Ceruleus. You know you have to get through Baraka.
Good point taken.
She would beat your ass.
Wait. I don't think we ever properly introduced ourselves, did we?
He, like, chuckles a little bit and says, no, you didn't.
Oh dear, I apologize.
It's quite alright.
Kalina Brightwood. And she holds out a hand.
He shakes your hand again. This time, like, you know, not as excited. You know.
Yeah. Everyone introduce yourselves.
Everybody introduce yourselves, goddammit.
My name's Colbert.
Swamp.
He gives you a
Swamp.
nod.
Ben. That's all I say. Just say
And
Ben.
Ben.
Freya sort of pops their head out and says, I'm Freya.
Yeah. Tega.
Hey, you can introduce
Hey,
yourself.
with a nod.
Tega. And then
Of course, Kalina was the most fancy of all of us, and we're just like single word response.
yeah.
Last time my name is Colbert.
Yeah. No last name, so if he even has
No
a
last
name. Does the bitch even
Ben
have
also does not have a last name.
True.
Ben's just Ben.
Would Colbert
Sure.
even have
Nor
a
does
last name?
Freya.
Colbart Fish.
No, it's
Ben,
Colbert.
the forest
Like
grandma.
Sans Undertale.
Like
Colbert Open Hearts.
Kalina,
I am not.
Hagok, and Clement, I think, are the only ones who have last names.
Like confirm.
Or like actively like say their last names multiple times.
Or have at least mentioned
Mm-hmm.
their existence of last names.
Yeah. Clement, speaking of, he says, Clement Aveline. And, you know, Farron nods. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yes. And then Chatu, who's still, like, just sort of, like, laying there. He's real tired.
He's so fucking tired.
He's, like,
Sad
kind of...
snake man.
He is, like, dozed off a little bit. And doesn't realize that y'all are doing introductions.
Yeah.
And that's
And that.
And Clement, kind of like gives him a pat on the leg and says, and, this is Chatu. He's had a bit of a rough day.
It's a little bit.
I would crash on the sleds. I would classify as a rough day.
At hearing that, Farron kind of like hisses a little bit like, ooh, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he says,
You got better.
how did that happen though?
Oh,
I mean,
that's her.
what have you been doing?
Kalina, she doesn't. she does not want to talk about it because you can still definitely see the blood on her.
Oh shit, yeah. She's still glowy.
Notice that
She's
that
still
is-
kind of glowing,
She's still
yeah.
a glow stick.
Would he even notice that that is blood, though? That just looks like some glow stick juice.
They
She
don't
just
have
painted
glow
her
sticks
armor.
there,
She
though.
just painted her armor to be bioluminescent and shiny.
Mm-hmm. She's got some glow on her.
She's glowing.
Would he even know? That's a real question.
We fought a snail.
He kind of like quirks his eyebrows for a moment, like, "Huh? What?" And then he's like,
Eh?
"Oh, you mean the spirit snail that's like over in the other sector."
Yes, that's the one.
Ah, goodness.
Eh,
I was
it
wondering.
sucked, whatever it was.
I was wondering what all that blue was, but
Oh, yeah. And Kalina, like, she tries to wipe it off, but probably to no avail.
he says,
Oh, Lord.
"You need a towel?"
Yes, that might be helpful.
He
Kabar will
digs around
bring
his-
out some water so
He-
she could.
yeah. He digs around in his belongings and pulls out a sort of like just plain towel for you and
Yeah.
hands it over.
Thank you.
Yeah, want Kabar to just bring out some water to just have her soaked into it.
Kalina is
Yeah.
now washing.
She's definitely gonna need a bath after this.
She's washing off.
Like, does she have it just on her armor, or is it also, like, splattered on her face everywhere?
Well, probably on her face and groomer.
Yeah, probably on her face. Just, like,
Yeah.
streaks of blue blood. Blue,
Yeah.
glowy blood. Probably in her hair.
Mhm. God. It's
I
not
mean,
the
to
kind
me,
of
as
deep
a lesbian, that
conditioning
looks
you'd
kind of
want.
hot.
It's
Yeah.
not the kind of deep
Yeah.
conditioning you want on that texture of hair, honey.
Yeah. Really not. But yeah, like, she starts, like, with the water that Colbart, brings over. She
Magic.
starts, like, yeah, that he magicked. She just kind of slowly starts wiping off bits of blood, at least in her arm. She's not really focusing on her face right now,
Yeah.
because her face is still kind of sore, because she face planted.
Yeah.
Well,
After you kind of clean off your armor, he sort of like shuffles a little closer to you and says, "And you've got a scratch on your face. If we don't
Oh.
clean that all off."
Oh, I do?
Yeah. And he like takes a towel from you and says, "We really should clean that off.
Hey,
That blood,
probably, yeah.
if it seeps into your system, will not be good."
Yes, probably, yeah. And she kind of holds up her hand to, like, kind of feel around the cut, because, like, she knows it's on her face somewhere.
Mhm.
She just never really bothered to, like, do anything.
He kind of like holds out his hand almost a little bit towards you, Colbert, and says, "Do you have any more water?"
yeah. Yeah, I do. And this, I'm pretty sure. Did we talk about like any other magic spells that that I just don't have access in D&D Beyond, but I can still use like create water?
Yeah. You can like draw moisture from the air and create little bits of water.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And considering that there's a lot of like steam residual from the boiling of the sap, you
I
can
can
draw
imagine.
quite a bit out.
Hobart would just like move his hands around the steam, create like little like whirls of like the steam in the air, but just condenses eventually into actual water.
Yeah.
That'll be a cool visual.
Little clouds that rain down. That'd be cute. He, you kind of like soak the towel for him to get it wet. And he, you know, thank you. And then, Pharaon turns to you, Kalina, and like, with his other hand, sort of like, places it like under your chin a little bit, sort of holding up your face, and then sort of like, very gently, cleaning around your scrape on your face, careful not to hurt you.
Yeah. Lena might blush a little bit. Just a bit.
Kobar's fighting the urge to be jealous.
Oh, shit! Ooh.
See somebody close to Kalina. Angie.
Angie.
He doesn't want to be jealous anymore, but he is. And it just frustrates him even more.
Foxy, do you want to
less
tell the people?
upset.
You want to tell the people?
I'm less upset than I normally would be of a stranger being towards Galena. This guy seems fine.
But yeah,
for a different reason.
This guy is definitely Kalina's type.
Yeah. So.
Oh, damn it.
I get the message. Is this guy Kalina's type?
He is.
Lol. Yeah. Insta crush time, Lamau. Kalina gets called darling. Kalina turns into a tomato. So.
I'm just thinking, just like, oh, this will be funny.
Flamboyant merchant man is nice to Kalina. Kalina dies.
I mean, is he into women though?
I mean, you don't know.
Yet.
What do you mean yet, Colbart? What are you thinking, huh? Huh?
Shut up.
Doesn't know. Colbart's gonna fucking steal him away from you. That's what he's gonna do.
Alright, continue.
Every time you're interested in somebody, Colbart will fuck them. To get revenge.
Oh my god.
Don't give me ideas.
But yeah, continue. Sorry.
After a little bit, he is able to clean the blood off of your face. And then he, with the dry bit of the towel that isn't stained, gently pats you dry before he leans back and says, "There, all better. Won't get infected now."
She just kind of blinks a little bit before saying anything. Like, she was just kind of zoning out a little bit. Just like, you know what?
Staring into his amber eyes.
Yeah. Oh, this is so funny.
How gay.
But yeah, like, she just kind of blinks for a moment and just like, yes. Thank you.
Of course.
And she's just kind of... I don't know what she would do, but she's still definitely kind of red in the face and just kind of like a deer in the headlights look. It's like, what just happened? It's like kind of intimate touch and affection? With me?
With
huh?
me? What?
Me?
He like leans back up against the wall of like the roots. And then he like sighs and says, "Yeah, you know, this place is outgrowing me a little bit. I've been here for a while, unfortunately." The city's
Oh,
so
dear.
dangerous and I have nowhere else to go. I don't have any way off of the island. He looks at you a little nervously and he says, do you think it would be alright if when you're done with your whatever mission or thing you have here, if I joined all of you back on Ceruleus?
Well, I don't see why not.
Be dragging along someone else as well. Oh. Barco will be so mad.
He gives kind of a like cheeky smile and he says, well, I guess that I will meet you all there. When you leave from here, of course.
Right.
Yeah. Is it down at the lower air docks or the higher ones?
The higher ones, the tallest one.
Ah, yeah, the one with the bell tower, yes.
Yes, the one with the bell tower.
Right. Well, if I want to get there by the time you all are done with your task, I should probably get packing now.
All right.
And
Selena's kind of sad. She's like, "No, you're leaving."
he like begins packing up all his stuff.
Yeah. Well, it was lovely meeting you.
Oh god, my brain just fucking eed.
Oh no.
It just died.
Tries to think of dialogue, perishes.
Do you?
Maybe we'll
need
take
a
a break
second?
soon, and then you can
Yeah.
put your brain back together.
Nah,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah.
Nah, baby. Session's like close to being over.
Oh, really?
We're having a short one tonight. I'm so tired.
Okay, that's valid.
No problem.
No, that's completely
I'm
valid.
totally okay with that.
Yeah. I was gonna make popcorn during the break, so I'll just make it.
After.
I can then maybe actually get a little bit of sleep before work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eh.
He like smiles and says, "It was lovely meeting you all too. And hope to be seeing you soon when we rejoin to go to Ceruleus."
Yes.
Which session tonight, baby?
It feels so weird having such a short session because this would normally be like our break time.
Like
Yeah.
the halfway point.
Yeah, like the halfway point.
Well,
Yeah.
technically,
Which is
now
why I
we're
was gonna make popcorn.
halfway. So.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
I'm just not
Yeah.
used to it.
Listen, we got through a lot of stuff quicker than I thought we would, mostly because like 2 fucking slides were me describing things.
Oh,
So,
honey.
Descriptions. It gave me the false illusion of more content than I had. So,
Oh.
he then says, "Best of luck to all of you on your mission that you have."
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pharaon.
You're very welcome. And with that, all of you set out from Farron's little alcove.
Yeah.
He's just vibing there.
He's just vibing.
But not before he gives you a little bit of direction.
Oh?
Before you leave, he tells you how he got into this area.
Yeah, how did he get in here?
I don't think he was able to get through the Divinity Door.
Yes.
Mr. Random Ass Man.
He tells you that you should just go up the stairs until you reach a doorway that is lit with a torch. He said he put it there.
Oh. Okay.
And
Very
even if
nice.
the torch is not lit, there should be a torch on the wall where
a torch.
there would not be any at all.
Torch.
He says to take that corridor and then from the corridor follow the other torches that he had placed.
Yeah.
And
fucking Minecraft.
It's just Minecraft.
It's just Minecraft.
Shut up. He says that they should lead to an exit that will place them fairly close to the temple.
Very nice.
You follow the path that he had marked out.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a long walk, and by the time you make your way all the way up the stairs to that corridor, your legs are hurting.
Oh no.
And you follow his torches, and you can tell that the path you are taking seems to be sloping up a little bit.
Okay.
Soon enough
Interesting.
ahead of you, you see daylight as it shines through holes in the stone above you.
Oh.
In little gaps.
Okay.
You come to a small set of stairs, and daylight shines brilliantly from.
Oh, yes.
You all emerge, and the first sight you are met with is the city below you.
Oh.
Fun.
You turn the other way and are met with the Arish tree itself as it towers far above you.
Oh my.
Aw.
Pharaoh knew what he was talking about.
Yeah, seems so. Says Chatu.
Yeah. Can we see the temple anywhere? Like, can we see anything that kind of would suggest that it's a temple?
Well, as you look around, you see, just a little, walks way away, a large gate, in a golden fence that is guarded by a pair of giant golden knights who brandish golden halberds.
Ew.
Yep.
And yeah, like, we just need to say that, hey, Hoth approve of us going here. Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you are Gold Knights! Your
Smile.
buddy!
Buddies, besties.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my
Besties.
god. Bestie.
Beyond the gate, you can see Verbena's temple. It is in a slight state of disrepair. It is overgrown, and the gardens are not well kept. You can see.
Sad.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to keep up when you know your own god is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Depressing.
Well, we did see what happened to Aboleth's temple.
Yeah, Aboleth, yeah.
Yeah.
Not a good condition.
Yeah.
So,
It's only him and his dead husband.
are you gonna go up
Rip.
to the gate?
Cottage.
And the knights?
Yes, approach slowly. As
Maybe
to not-
Clement and I should be front,
Yeah.
just in case.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm kind of imagining, like, Clement and, Tagok in front, and I'm kind of imagining, like, Kalina behind them a little bit, but kind of in the center, like, kind of flanking her.
Yeah. They're guarding.
Because diplomat.
They're guarding her.
Yes, they are. Because she's the one that knows how to talk to people.
Yes.
And god damn it, they don't know how to talk to people.
You approach the gate, and as you draw closer, the knights, you watch as they pick up their halberds, like raise them off the ground, and then just use the handles to form a cross that blocks the gate.
Of course they do.
Yes.
Okay, valid.
The one on the right says, "What business do you have at Verbena's temple? You should know that it is closed off to the general public."
Yes, of course. Kalina starts. We were actually requested to go here by Hoth. If we're not mistaken, he had been here just a few days ago.
The knights are quiet for a second, and they turn their heads to look at each other. The one on the left nods and says, "Yes, that is correct."
If I'm not mistaken as well, he possibly told you both that we would be arriving?
The one on the right nods and says, "Indeed. Do you have the key he gave you?"
Yes, one moment. And she pulls out the relic that, Hoth gave her. Is it the earrings or is it the bracelet?
The necklace. It was the box
The
with the necklace.
Yeah, she holds up the little box. And she kinda slowly opens it just a little bit.
Both of the knights, like, lean down a little closer to get a look at it before straightening back up. And they, pull back their halberds as one of them, goes to undo the latch on the gate. And they pull open either side of the gate. They nod at you and say, "Good luck."
Thank you. We enter?
You enter.
Of course.
I'm excited!
It's gonna be
We
fun.
finally get to use these.
Hopefully.
We get to use these relics finally!
Take whatever is in your hand aggressively.
Shake, shake, shake,
I-
shake, shake.
It's my dice.
Dicey, dicey, dicey.
Excite.
As you pass through the gate, they gently close it behind you to ensure that no others can come in.
Yes.
And before you stands the Temple of Verbena.
Oh,
And
pretty.
What you see before you is not a door, but a small statue.
Oh?
It is about your height, Kalina, and it resembles Verbena herself.
I think I know what we need to do. Can you get the rest of the relics out of my bag? And she kind of like looks back at the others, just like, guys, you need to help me. I can only carry so much.
Yeah. Clement goes to take one out, and so does Chatu. And I'm assuming the others.
Yes.
Yeah, which other two?
Two. Which other two?
I take the ones that Koss gave me.
Yes. The earrings.
Yeah, the earrings. And Fen or Tagok, do you want to take the other ones? The other one, the other relic, key, thingy.
Sure. Which one do I have again? Or I am being given?
Okay, so Kalina, you have the necklace. Colbart, you have the earrings. Tagok, you have the bracelets.
Cool.
There's 5. So that's 1, 2, 3. Clement has the ring, and Chatu has the crown.
I'm trying to remember who each gave us which. So, Haas gave us the necklace. Hoth gave us the necklace. Koss gave us the earrings.
Avina gave the bracelets.
Avina gave the bracelets.
Are we sure she gave the bracelets to me, though?
She didn't give the bracelets to you. She gave them to Fen. But,
okay, that's what I thought. I was confused for a second.
Yeah, Abelet gave the
ring.
And Cain gave the crown.
Yes.
Yeah.
You look at the statue of Verbena, and you notice that she is not wearing any of the jewelry that she is usually depicted with.
Yep. I know what we have to do.
One of her hands that you notice, her ring finger is separated from her others very clearly.
Okay. So there's like a little gap.
Yeah, like...
Yeah.
Her hand is like posed in a way
like
to
spread.
Where you could... Yeah. Her hand is posed in a delicate way where you could slip the ring on.
Okay. If you like that, should have put a ring on it. But yeah, Kalina, she gently puts the necklace around the statue's neck. Very carefully.
Yeah. Chatu.
I'm gonna put the bracelets on.
Yeah. You unclasp the bracelets and then slip them on her wrists. The statue's wrists. Chatu places the crown on her head. Colbert?
I go and place the earrings on her ears.
You go and place the earrings to her ears and notice that there are tiny carved holes in the stone for you to put the earring
Damn,
through.
she thought this out. Okay. Damn, Verbena. Damn.
She planned this.
She planned?
She's a bad bitch. She's thinking
We
shit.
love her.
Yes.
I would need to punch Sephiroth.
Yes. And then, Tagok, you take the ring and slip it on her finger.
I'll pronounce you. I not pronounce you.
Didn't Clement have the ring?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Clement.
Yeah, I had the bracelets.
Clement takes the ring and places it on her finger. I'm very tired, please.
It's okay. It's okay. We know what you meant, honey.
You know what I done diddly meant.
Yeah.
After you place all of the jewelry in their respective spots, you take a step back and wait for a moment. The statue, you watch as it very slowly and jerkily moves.
Oh.
Like, just the arms.
Yeah.
Still.
The arms extend out in a, open, like, welcoming gesture. And, then the, base of the statue, starts shifting back.
Oh?
And you watch as a staircase is revealed beneath.
Oh. Whoa. Shall we go down?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and so Kalina starts heading down. I forgot to do a British accent for that question, and I apologize.
Of course this has started playing.
But yeah, Kalina starts heading down the stairs. Careful not to bonk her head. Oh God, home.
Of course this starts playing the second that the stairs open.
Oh.
You walk down into the temple, and you are met with a grand open room with high pillars and arched ceilings. The floor is mosaic.
Oh, Betty.
Around you there are various rooms and such, but straight ahead of you, you see a large doorway that is shrouded in a golden mist that swirls.
Oh no. I fucking know Elden Ring.
End of session.
I fucking know Oh, you fucker! No. You fucker. No.
End of session.
No.
The golden mist. The boss room.
Oh, we're gonna have the entire session next week dedicated to this boss fight. Hell yeah.
But what are we fighting? Who are we fighting? If it is a boss fight.
Is it a boss fight? You'll never know.
I hope it isn't. Until next week.
Until next
I hope it
on
isn't.
Dragon Ball Z. I'm not gonna
Maybe
make you
eventually
fight two things in a row.
Maybe eventually we'll fight Sephiroth.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't care if he's, remorseful for his actions.
Or at the very least,
Fuck you.
we verbally skew him. Maybe land us like a punch or two, but
Yeah. He deserves a bit of a drag through the mud, but
Maybe when cutting him out of the roots, he, doesn't have a hand or something.
it's like, oops, missed one.
Oopsies. You're too high up. My aim's not as good.
sorry, bestie. Couldn't see.
Sorry,
bestie.
The roots.
It's like, yeah, No.
Yeah,
sorry.
no.
Yeah.
How did y'all
no.
feel about today? How'd y'all feel?
Oh boy.
I loved it.
This was very interesting.
Literally
I'm
just
gonna be
introduced one
Levels
character.
of intrigue.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm probably gonna have to rewatch this possibly tomorrow because my brain is clocked out like 3/4 of this.
Oh god.
Oh, dear.
My
It's
brain
a
is
lot
not
of
functioning.
talking to Farron.
It's like
Clocked out when he started
Oh.
talking about how to make maple syrup.
which is why I've been muted because I've also been eating because when I got home from work I didn't eat. I went straight to bed, like straight and took a nap.
Sassy.
Oh.
Buddy.
And so yeah, no, I've been trying to pay attention, but my brain is just like, nope. If you're gonna think about how good it is to sleep.
Yeah.
Even though my plan was to not sleep tonight, I think I'm going to because, good lord,
Please
I apparently really want it.
Please do.
You know what you want, what
Even
you
if-
really, really want.
Even if you get a little bit of sleep, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, my body's apparently like, 'cause I typically don't crave like sleeping this much. Now my body's like, no, you need to sleep.
Yeah.
My mind's telling me no.
But my
But my body,
is
my
screaming at me.
body's telling me yes.
So,
I
the
don't
parts I
even
heard-
want to try and go there.
What?
The song.
I don't know that song, and I'm not going to try.
So
I don't know the song much either. I just know that's the part from it. I don't even know the name.
So yeah, so the parts I heard and actually have processed, great. I love them. Good job.
Thank you.
I'm going to like. I don't mean to be like offensive, but this is just me being honest.
Oh my god, I can hear crickets.
Oh yeah, I'm outside right now.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to rude. I'm just wanting to tell the truth. The parts I heard, great. Didn't hear much of it though because my brain is just like, oh my gosh, sleep.
It's okay. You can watch it later.
The Locket is very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard stuff about box and lockets. And
Love the foreshadowing of Zephyrus.
Yeah.
That was super fun. He's just.
I got that. I got a lot of vague impressions of things mainly.
I can't say he's chilling. Because
Like,
he's not.
He's imprisoned. He's not really chilling.
Yeah, as he should be, honestly.
Like,
Bitch Shirley was like, I'm gonna kill the goddess of life and everything's gonna be fine.
Because I'm super
Oh no.
My brain isn't processing emotions, so I haven't really felt a ton of emotions during today's session, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it when that happens.
Yeah.
No emotions
Yeah,
felt.
so I will watch it tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's a shorter one, so I get home at like 10 tomorrow, so.
Yeah, it's only like 3 hours.
Yeah. I'll probably take another nap when I get home and then watch
Good for
it.
you.
Good.
But yeah, because you're like, oh, how do you guys feel? And I'm sitting here like,
Nothing.
oh gosh, I
don't
hate to
feel
tell
like
you that.
anything.
Yes, I'm sorry, and I don't mean to be like
It's not your fault.
rude.
It's not your fault. Shut the fuck
Okay.
up. It's not
Okay.
your fault.
Good thing that we got the sap too. Mission complete.
Yeah. And,
Yes,
At least
and
that
with
part of
that-
it.
And with that, we are ending the stream tonight. Good night, everybody. We will be seeing
Good
you
night,
all
everyone.
next week.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Good
night.
night,
Fuck your
everyone.
chicken strip.